Hello and welcome to Roving Report, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's northeast region. I'm your host Limpin Vishum and the highlights of today's program are: Centre continues making efforts to bring back militants to the mainstream. People demand safe release of 2 missing students in Imphal. Job and career fair attracts many youth in Nagaland. People condemn killing of innocent civilians by Kuki militants. And Jhum farmers get skill development training in Tripura. Development in the northeastern states is not possible in the absence of peace, and the government has been making consistent efforts to bring the various militant outfits to the negotiating table in order to ensure that peace is maintained. We have a report.
The government has been working towards maintaining peace and bringing about development in the northeast region. And to aid the process, it has been encouraging militant outfits to shun violence and get back into the mainstream. While a lot of the groups have already signed ceasefire pacts and suspension of operations agreements, the government is engaged in talks with many others in an effort to bring peace.
Regarding all the parties who are under the suspension of operation, we would like to ensure that the peace prevail and understanding should remain. Nobody should try to create trouble when things are improving, and I hope that all parties involved will apply their wisdom so that we can secure our objective of securing peace in northeastern region.
Recently, a tripartite meeting involving representatives of Assam government and pro-talks faction of Alpha led by Chairman Arabinda Rajkhova was held in New Delhi under the chairmanship of Union Home Secretary L.C. Goyal to review the progress of talks and discuss the demands. The delegation has requested for early completion of the peace process, and the government has assured that settlement with the group is a high priority. The delegation also called on Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh and Minister of State for Home Affairs Kiran Rijiju.
আমাৰ আলোচনাৰ এজেন্ডা বেলেগ হোৱা নাই, হেতু কাৰণতে আলোচনাৰ এজেন্ডাৰ সম্পৰ্কত আমাৰ পূৰ্বৰ যিখিনি বিষয়বস্তু আছে সেই বিষয়বস্তুখিনি সম্পৰ্কত আমি আলোচনা কৰিছো, তেখেত উপস্থাপন কৰিছো, আৰু এই গুটেখিনিৰ ওপৰত তেওঁলোকৰ কোনো ধৰণৰ সংঘাত বা বিৰোধৰ সম্পৰ্কত আমাক ব্যক্ত কৰা নাই, কিন্তু এইখিনি সম্পৰ্কত তেখেতসকলে নিশ্চয়তা দিছে, এসুৰেন্স দিছে যে এইখিনি পৰৱৰ্তীত যিমান পাৰি সোনকালে ইয়াক চূড়ান্ত পৰ্যায়লৈ নিবৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিম বুলি।
The delegation which from Ulfa, they participated very well. They gave their points, and there are many issues on which for their rehabilitation, both the central and state government, they are both working together, and they have also acknowledged that in all these cases there is a common understanding that this settlement should take place.
Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar has also recently appealed the insurgents to shun the path of violence and has assured all possible help from the government in their rehabilitation.
আমরা সরকারের পক্ষ থেকে এরকম অনেককেই সহযোগিতার হাত বাড়িয়ে দিয়েছে, তারা নতুনভাবে জীবনযাত্রা শুরু করেছেন। আপনাদের কাছেও আমরা এই প্রতিশ্রুতি রাখতে চাই, আপনারাও ভুল পথ পরিহার করে স্বাভাবিক জীবনে ফিরে এসে নতুন জীবনযাত্রা নির্বাহ করার চেষ্টা নিলে পর আমাদের দিক থেকে সর্বপ্রযত্নে ইতিবাচক সহযোগিতা আপনাদের জন্য আমরা নিশ্চয়ই অবারিত করে দেব।
A prolonged period of insurgency has adversely impacted the socio-economic growth in the northeast region. The government is taking all possible steps to bring the militant outfits to the negotiating table so that normalcy is restored and the region prospers.
The militants in Manipur are suspected to be abducting children for recruitment. Recently, 2 young boys have gone missing from children's home in Imphal, which led to a protest by students and teachers. We have a report.
11-year-old Yaikhom Kumdamba and 13-year-old Moirangtham Shakhenba are missing since May 9th. Both are students of Lilashing Khongnang Khong High School and were staying at children's home run by Moirangtham Shakhamba Mahila Kalyan Samiti or MMKS at Dula Land in Manipur. The students, teachers and locals are angry with the incident and staged a sit-in protest demanding the immediate and safe release of the students. People have appealed the state government to trace the whereabouts of the missing children.
Angangi mangi baje home the thamni singdra home ida mama lai gidabdagi thammaga moi kaino tawbida march ki tang mapan da moi mangre na yumda phone tawre khangale adagi leidre khangudagi school jakki da mangi bne hai moina andalectre na yadai smai taru tarak pan.
The investigation is on, but there was no information till the filing of this report. No militant group has claimed responsibility for the abduction.
Akwai missing report ama police ta pira adagi adugi mathang dagi su akwai member mayam amu meeting amu tongnara mase kamai toksige haiduna adagi angang ani se akoina ta ko yaba kanu da su ta e police ta su amu report pira akwai phan na bagi kanu gi tigat na bagi ada police na su akwai da investigation tabiba lakana kupna maron mari hangdana kamai tokdana tawdino haibada akhina maram da bijare.
Manipur has the highest number of missing children in the country, and majority of them are often abducted by underground outfits for recruitment. People have strongly condemned such acts and have appealed for their safe release.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently.
The repatriation of the displaced people from Mizoram's Bru tribe from Tripura will start from the first week of June. The decision was taken on May 15th after a tripartite meeting between the officials of Mizoram government, leaders of Mizoram Bru Displaced Peoples Forum and officials of Tripura government. The joint identification process is likely to start for the Kaskau camp on June 2nd, followed by repatriation from June 8th. Around 35,000 Bru people of Mizoram have been living in 7 camps in Kanchanpur of North Tripura for the last 18 years.
Repatriation will be started from first week June from this year, and our legitimate demand, which we have been placed before, is not discussed in this meeting. Only the movement plan of the repatriation was discussed, and we are also hopeful, very much hopeful, our people will also move to Mizoram. But we are still waiting for the roadmap. So after receiving the roadmap, we will also display this roadmap to our people.
On May 19, the Union Minister of State for Textiles Santosh Kumar Gangwar, in the presence of Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi, laid the foundation stone for setting up a garment-making center in Guwahati. He has sanctioned 18 crore rupees for the project launched under the Northeast Region Textile Promotion Scheme for development of textile sector in the Northeast. The project will help generate employment and boost the textile sector. Chief Minister Manik Sarkar inaugurated a 3-day-long multilingual literary convention at the Rabindra Centenary Hall in Tripura. Renowned literary personalities, including novelists, poets, and writers of various languages from several states like West Bengal, Assam, Tripura, and neighboring Bangladesh, participated in the event. The main objective of the event was to encourage cultural interaction among literary personalities of the region. A 5-day-long Science Meet 2015 was held at the National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, Akampath in Imphal. The event was organized by the Manipur Science and Technology Council with an aim to encourage the young students to promote science in their future career. Around 60 science models were showcased by the students hailing from different schools from all over the state. As a part of the event, science model competition, spot painting competition, declamation contest, science quiz competition, puppet show and a book exhibition were also held. Assam Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi and Forest Minister Etwa Munda took part in a plantation drive under the Chief Minister's Green Assam Nirmal Assam project at the Rani Garbhanga Reserve Forest on the outskirts of Guwahati city. As part of the project, 9 hectares of land for plantation was inaugurated by the Chief Minister. Assam Police, CRPF, Army, school students and locals took part in the program along with officials of Forest Department. Former Jharkhand Governor Dr. Syed Ahmed has been sworn in as the 16th Governor of Manipur at Raj Bhavan in Imphal. Chief Justice of Manipur High Court Justice Lakshmi Kanta Mohapatra administered the oath of office and secrecy to the new governor. Earlier, the new governor also inspected a guard of honor. In Tripura, senior BJP leader Tathagat Roy took oath as the governor at a ceremony held in Raj Bhavan in Agartala. The oath-taking ceremony was attended by Tripura Chief Minister Manik Sarkar along with other members of the cabinet and state administration. Also, Vishan Muganathan took oath as Meghalaya governor at Raj Bhavan in Shillong. Government of India is serious to solve Naga political issue was the theme of the 26th edition of General Conference of Naga Students Federation held at Khonoma village in Kohima. Many youth, social activists and student leaders attended the session where they interacted with the center's interlocutor for Indo-Naga peace talk R.N. Ravi. Naga tribes also performed their traditional dances during the event. Ravi said that the Government of India and the NSC and IM are working together to find a mutually acceptable solution to the over 6 decades old Naga political issue.
A job and career fair was recently organized in Dimapur with the aim of helping youth hone their skills and improve their employability. A large number of unemployed youth turned up in the fair. Let's take a look.
The national level companies are making inroads to the northeast to tap the talent pool. Recently, some 50 reputed companies and vocational institutions participated in a 2-day-long job and career fair in Dimapur. The event, inaugurated by Nagaland Chief Minister T.R. Zeliang, was organized by State Department of Labour and Employment in association with YouthNet.
The employers are from various backgrounds, like some are from hospitality sector, some are from hotel sectors, some are from airlines. And yes, we have seen a very huge walk-ins since the 2 days, and there are many employment opportunities were here, around 500 job opportunities, and I just collected the information from some of the stalls, and I have seen a good response.
In this Mela, I've benefited a lot. I've come to know about a lot of companies, and it has been very helpful for my future.
The companies that participated in the job fair included Wipro, Toyota, Hyundai, VLCC, NIIT, Jet Airways and Pacifist. The candidates got the opportunity to apply for different job categories with multiple companies. A large number of candidates were registered and shortlisted by the participating firms.
We have registered 52 candidates already with us who are interested to undergo training in beauty, spa and hospitality. This is a very good platform for the job seekers and job needy youth to get themselves enrolled and trained in the training program.
Nagaland has a very high literacy rate, but there is a large proportion of educated unemployed youth in the state. Organizing such job fairs on a regular basis will help the educated youth to find the jobs in reputed firms across the country.
Militant outfits operating in the northeast region are often engaged in harassing innocent people. Recently, in Manipur, cadres of the Kuki Revolutionary Front killed 2 workers and brutally beat up a 12-year-old boy after kidnapping them. The locals have strongly condemned the incident. We have a report.
Maibam Premanand and Moirang Them Dayanand were brutally killed after an interrogation by cadres of Kuki Revolutionary Front. A 12-year-old boy, Konthaujam Bishal, who was also kidnapped by the militants, was lucky to be released after being beaten up. The trio was kidnapped on May 10th by KRF on suspicion of being informers for another underground outfit. The locals have condemned the brutal incident and organized a protest rally and hold public meetings. Manipur government has assured strict action against the cadres of Kuki Revolutionary Front for violating the ground rules of the suspension of operation agreement.
KRA hariba Manipur government ga su tonariba organization amakhakna angang ani sibu leita laira thiba satkiba angang ani sibu yam tamthiba mongda sa san hatpa dona hatoga langthoga thambirambani masi ekoi Manipur miyam amsong civil organization khuding makna Manipur da laiba civil organization khuding masi yam kanna condemn tobam thoi habade masi pasoi gi natraga akoi gi haurangi issue natte aduna masi Manipur da laiba civil organization amadi mera paibi khuding makna masi condemn tobam thoi.
The street protests turned violent during a day-long general strike called by the Joint Action Committee against the brutal incident and demanded for strict punishment for the culprits. Meanwhile, in a manhunt launched by the security forces, many of the suspected Kuki militants have been apprehended.
Si hato kibagi mara lai jada bado how kukina yam mihatina happy bagi da makta koi thamoi sida sok pa pen da ba magi makhapona koi thoksarak pani.
Militant outfits in Manipur usually harass innocent civilians through kidnappings, extortion and killings. People are fed up of being targeted and living in fear. They want the underground outfits to shun violence for a peaceful society.
Skill development is highly essential to enhance the productivity of the youth and make them self-reliant. In Agartala, a bamboo handicraft training program is undergoing under the Indo-German Development Cooperation project to help Jhum farmers become successful entrepreneurs. Let's take a look.
These youth hailing from tribal areas of Tripura were primarily engaged in Jhum cultivation. Now they are undergoing skill development training in making traditional bamboo handicraft at Sepahijala in Tripura. A 6-month-long training program is being organized by the Indo-German Development Cooperation Project. The objective is to gradually reduce the number of Jhum farmers by encouraging them to take up other activities. The training is expected to reduce their dependence directly on the forest, which in turn would help in protecting the green cover in the state. The training not only develops the skill of the trainees, but also gives first-hand knowledge and exposure about the market for both availability of raw materials and selling their products.
This training we are having 40 people, very motivated youths. We are training them on handicraft and utility products making, and we hope that we can establish very good market linkage. Already we have good responses from outside buyers and procurers. So in the second phase we would have more number of youth trainees. We are more emphasizing on youths.
Lamp set এবং basket আর angle light চুলার আর corner light চুলার এগুলা শিখাইতেছে আমরারে এইগুলা আমাদের মধ্যে অনেক উপকার এবং বিজনেস করতে পারি এটা অনেক মানে দেখার একটা সৌন্দর্য জিনিস আমাদের গ্রামগঞ্জের মধ্যে এই সবগুলা চলে না অথচ এই কাজগুলো যদি আমরা শিখতে পারি তে আমাদের মধ্যে খুবই উপকার এবং আমাদের এই গ্রামগঞ্জের মধ্যে বাসগুলা তো সহজেই পাওয়া যায়।
During the training period, the students are being provided free food, lodging, and also a monthly stipend of 2,000 rupees. They are taught to make various items like lampshades, baskets, bags, cup plates, and decorative items. After the vocational training, they will be provided raw materials and tools to continue the trade.
আমরা আজকে এখানে শেখার আগেও এগুলো কিছুটা জিনিস আমরা জানা আছে, কিন্তু আমরা যে আজকে এইভাবে যে বাইরে যে সেল করে যে মার্কেটিং ভালো আমরা এটা জানি না। শুধু গ্রাম এলাকাতেই আমরা করি, কিছু আমরা গ্রাম এলাকাতে বেশি যা এটা দিব আমরা জীবিকা নির্বাহ করে। যারা কিছু বাড়িতে বাস আছে তারা এইগুলি বানাইয়া বা বেচে।
এখানে তো আমরা এমন কিছু যা স্বপ্ন ভাবছি না জীবনে দেখতে পারবো না। আইসিটি প্রজেক্ট আমরা অনেক কিছু দেখাচ্ছি, যেমন সাধারণ বাঁশ দিয়ে আমরা যে এত কিছু বানাতে পারবো আমরা তো ভাবতেই পারছি না। শুধু সাধারণ বাঁশগুলো তো আমরা গ্রামে যে এমনি কাইটা ফেলাই দিই, গাছের বিভিন্ন কাজে ব্যবহার করি। বাঁশগুলো দিয়ে তো ওখানে আমরা দেখতেছি এমন কিছু জিনিস বানানো হইতেছে যা আমরা অনেক জিনিস বানাতে পারবো বাড়িতে, বিভিন্ন ডিজাইনের, যেমন লাইট আছে, তারপরে বাস্কেট আছে, বাস্কেটের মধ্যে বিভিন্ন ডিজাইনের বাস্কেট আছে। তারপরে এখানে লাইট বানাতে গিয়ে তো আমরা এখানে বিভিন্ন অত্যাধুনিক মেশিন আছে, যেগুলো আমরা হাতে সব কাজ করতে পারতাম না, শুধু মেশিনের মাধ্যমেই করতে লাগে।
The training program will help streamline the youth in the region and help them to be self-reliant.
With that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us through our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at anyindia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Limpim signing off. Goodbye and take care.